Hey everyone, this is Amani from Here, There, Anywhere, back again with my handy dandy MacBook. And today we are touring the Aloft at Nashville West End for CMA Fest 2024. Let's check it out. We're going to kick this tour off in the lobby. Like I said, we were here for CMA Fest 2024. And so we'll talk a little bit about the location of the hotel in relation to the festivities, as well as do our normal tour and give our ratings and reviews. Now, first things first, location. This hotel, they have two Alofts in Nashville. One is near the airport, and this is the second one. Now, this one is about 12 to 13 minutes away from the airport with relatively minimal traffic, and that's from Nashville International Airport. It's about a 30-minute walk from Broadway, which is the street where all the bars and the parties and stuff are. Now, I know 30 minutes sounds like a hefty walk, but honestly, it really wasn't. We did this walk twice coming from Broadway, and it was about 25 to 30 minutes, but it was a straight shot. So if you're someone who wanted to be a part of the festivities, but you also wanted to have that space to kind of peel back and not be in the mix of things 24/7 when it's time to kind of simmer down at your hotel, I would say that this was a great location to be in. So while we're still looking around the lobby, I'm going to give you guys some more general information. Check-in is at 3 and check-out is at 11 a.m. You must be at least 21 years old to check into this hotel. It is a smoke-free property and it is pet-friendly. There is some on-site valet parking, which is $44 a day, and additional parking, which is $15 half-day rate for valet. That does not include taxes and fees. They do have a restaurant on site. There's free Wi-Fi, a bar, meeting space is available. There's a fitness center, digital check-in, dry cleaning is available, and free coffee and tea. Now, please note there is a fitness center on site and there's also a rooftop, which we will get into as well, but there is no pool at this location. They do have a pool at the one that is closer to the airport, but this Aloft at Nashville West End does not have a pool. Now, this space that we're in now is actually at the top of the steps that you will see in the lobby. And really, this was just conference space. They had these life-size celebrity photos upstairs if you wanted to take some photos. As you can see, my handy-dandy assistant posing appropriately. But yeah, this is just conference space up here. And I'm not sure if these photo props were already there or if they belonged to someone, but I mean, they were there. Now, as we make our way back down the lobby steps, just a reminder, we were here for CMA Fest. So as you can imagine, everything was country music, decor, in and out all weekend, which was amazing. Now we're passing through this little food nook area, which is where you will get breakfast if you're interested in ordering breakfast on site. Would I recommend it? No, I didn't really care for the breakfast, in all honesty and transparency, but if you need something that's on site and quick, then it is available for purchase. Now we're about to head into the gym, which actually was a pretty good size for the space and the property that we were on. Quite a bit of cardio machines, as you can see. There's 3 treadmills, you have some bikes, ellipticals, and they did have a free weight section in the back, as well as a cable machine. So it was definitely a good size gym for the property that we were on. Definitely something that I would use. This gym does require key card access in order for you to get in and use it, which is great, safety first. And yeah, this is the gym, you guys. It is on the first floor behind the bar area. And like you saw, we passed through the food nook area in order to access it. So it's kind of ducked off the lobby in order to access it. Now, as we leave the gym, we are going to head up to the rooms so you guys can see what those look like. I'm sure that's the primary reason why you're here. Now, as we head up that way, a couple of things. If you are a loyal subscriber, if you have been with us for quite some time, then you will know that this is not our first time staying at and reviewing an Aloft property. The first Aloft property we stayed at and reviewed was actually up in New York. We stayed at the Aloft Long Island City, Manhattan. So here's the card up above if you're interested in checking out that property to kind of compare and see, because there are some pretty stark differences in my opinion, but nonetheless, back to the one here at Nashville and West End. Now today we're going to be actually viewing two types of rooms. The first room is a 2-queen bed standard, which was our original reservation. However, we did end up upgrading to a 2-queen bed suite. In our original room, there was a significant dent in one of the beds, and so the front desk was kind enough to upgrade us. Now, please pay no mind to our stuff. I know usually, again, if you are a loyal subscriber, you've been with us for a while, you know typically we like to do our tours and our reviews before we get comfortable and unpacked, so that you get a real idea of the cleanliness standard of the property and etc. Upon arrival. We were on a tight timeline due to our flight delay that morning, and we had an event to be at, so our stuff was a little all over the place, but nonetheless, you'll get the gist. Now, as you can see, there was a safe and a fridge. That was true for both rooms, and there's also an ironing board in the closet, which is also true for both rooms. Now, as we continue the tour around this room here, I will give you my yays and nays of this space that we ended up being in. Now, one of my primary things that I look for in any property is cleanliness. I will say this property could have used a real deep clean and a major upgrade in a lot of their furnishings and cushions, carpets, etc. I just feel like that cleanliness and those furniture upgrades and the feature upgrades in terms of just details of tiles and carpets and stuff would have really made a difference in this property. You'll see that a lot of the furnishings are clearly very old, and it just felt like it really needed a good wash. Now, I didn't feel like it was just dirty in a sense that I would have been uncomfortable staying there. Obviously, we did stay there. We had a great time during our entire trip, but I will say a good deep clean throughout that property would do wonders. Now we're gonna make our way to our upgraded room, which again was the 2-queen bed suite. What you will notice the difference between this room and our previous room is this room has like a TV area where there is additional seating, a couch, chairs, additional TV, and entertainment system. And the bathroom setup is slightly different, which you'll see momentarily. But this is the room we ended up staying in. We were comfortable in this room. Again, there's a safe, there is a refrigerator, there's an ironing board, all of that was in the closet. Just overall, like I said, I just wish this property had a good deep cleaning, and for me personally, it would have made all of the difference. Now, another thing that I would like to see this property do, and again, this could just be wishful thinking. I am not a hotel owner. I don't know how pipes and stuff like that works, but a major point for me is when the shower is really good. And what I mean is when the shower has great water pressure and it gets hot, like really hot. Oh man, I love it. And of course, on top of that, it's just being cleaner, which goes back to my original point. But I would have liked to have better shower pressure for sure in this property. But I think those were my primary, just kind of like nays. You may not be able to see it in our video, but just like the tiles on the bathroom floor definitely needing to upgrade, because if you're not sure, it'll just look like it's dirty, when in reality there's just kind of like these small dents that look like dirt on the floor. And if you've ever seen old tile or had old tile in your home, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this was the room that we ended up spending the weekend in. at this property. Now, on a better note, a super great pro about this property was the staff. The staff was super helpful, especially when it came to our concerns about our original room. They were really willing and really helpful in terms of making sure that we were comfortable and upgrading us. They were really helpful once they noticed that, we were just kind of trying to find our way around the area and around the property. They were really helpful in pointing us in the right direction. So shout out to the staff at this location. Really appreciate you guys. Now, on the 8th floor of this building, you can go and access the rooftop, which is where we're headed now. Towards the end of this hall, once you get off of the elevator, there is a kitchenette. So if you had like an event that had drinks or food that you wanted to house, or even just a group of friends to hang out up there, you could house that stuff here. And we're gonna go ahead and check out the rooftop and check out the views. Now, I do not know if this is a staple with Aloft properties, but you'll notice if you go back and watch our Aloft review in New York, there was also a rooftop that had some amazing views. So I don't know if that's a staple with these properties. Let me know in the comments if you know that to be true or not. But this is the rooftop. And as you can see, the views are viewing. Yeah. Now you will see, if you pay attention close enough, like I said earlier, just going back to needing those simple upgrades that'll make a difference. The cushions up here definitely need to be replaced. Some of them look really worn and torn, but you can access this rooftop with some friends and just kind of hang out and kick it. Now, on this side of the building, this was the side in which our room was facing, and this is where you would go if you were trying to access Broadway. It's a straight shot down this street. This is kind of tying into that 30-minute walk I was referring to earlier. But this was a great location, you guys. We had a fantastic time that weekend, and this was great in terms of access to a lot of other locations. So like from this hotel, we could walk to the Virgin Hotels, which is where we had brunch. We could walk to Broadway. We could walk to Whole Foods. Very walkable location, I will say that much. So make sure that you guys subscribe and like this video. Make sure to check out our previous Aloft videos. And we will see you all next time, wherever that may be.